Welcome to today's math lesson. Today's learning target is I can write numbers in expanded form. So the key word today is expanded. We already know how to write numbers, but how do we write numbers in expanded form? Let's talk about this number here first on the screen. So I have 2,836. The number 2,836 has 4 digits, 2, 8, 3, and 6. Each one of those has a different value because it's in a different place, right? This is the ones place, this is the tens, this is the hundreds, and this is the thousands, right? So that means the 6 is worth 6, but the 3 is actually a 30, and the 8 is actually an 800, and the 2 is actually a 2,000. So 2,836 is actually the same thing as 2,000 plus 800 plus 30 plus 6. So this down here, this is the expanded form of a number. We're going to learn how to write this today in our lesson. So expanded form then means this. I'd like you to pause the video and read it to yourself. What is the definition of expanded form? Okay, welcome back. The value of each digit of a number added together. So let's look at another example. So let's take a look at 537 together. Here we have 537. To find what the expanded form is, we're going to need to figure out what value each of these digits has. So for that, I'm going to use my place value chart. After I ask you a question on this, I want you to pause the video and answer it as best you can, just verbally, just out loud. So this is 537. What place value is the 7 in? The 7 is in the ones place. What place value is the 3 in? The 3 is in the tens place. What place value is the 5 in? The 5 is in the hundreds place. Okay, now that we have that information, we can use it to write the expanded form. Let's take each of these numbers and write it separately, the value that it has. So remember, if a number is in the ones place, I don't need to add any zeros, it's just worth that amount right there. If it's in the tens place though, it's going to be worth this many tens. So I'm going to have to count by 10 or add a 0 after the number to make it into a 10. And again, if it's in the hundreds place, I'm going to need to add some zeros after. I want you to take a moment, pause the video after I finish giving you the instructions. Find your whiteboard or a piece of paper and a pencil. See if you can write down how much the 7, the 3, and the 5 are worth. Pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, welcome back. Let's see if your answer and my answer are the same. The 7 is in the ones place. It's just worth 7. This 3, though, it's in the tens place. So it's worth 3 tens. 10 ends in 0. Just 1 0, so I'm going to put 1 0 here. I could also think of this as counting by tens, right? 3 tens, 10, 20, 30. All right, and then the 5 is in the hundreds place, so it's worth 500. Okay, we're almost done writing the expanded form. The expanded form is just these numbers, these values added together. So it's 500 plus 30 plus 7. Okay, we could write a little equal sign here if we wanted. And if we added those all up, it would give us the number. 500 plus 30 plus 7 is actually 537. So if you're saying to yourself, man, that was pretty complicated and difficult, well, I've got a little graphic organizer here to help you. Let's take a look. So this will make it a little easier for you to write expanded form if you're new to that. Take a look here. So with this, I'm going to take each number and put it in the box that is the farthest one to the left that it can go into. So the 4 is going to come down here and become 4. The 9 is going to go all the way down, take it all the way down and become a 9, down there. And then the 3 is going to come all the way down and be here. All right? So we have, these are the 1s, these are the 10s, and these are the hundreds place. But I don't have to remember that with this organizer because I can just fill in the boxes that aren't these with the zeros. Okay, so this is 4, it comes down here all the way down as far as it can go, and then everything next to it is a 0, 400. This 9 comes all the way down, it's in the tens place, and then everything to the right of it becomes a 0. It's 90. 9 is worth 90 in this number. And then the 3 is only worth 1 3. It's worth 3. So now I can take these numbers and just stick them out here into the expanded form, and I will have my number. So 400 goes there. This is 400. 90 goes here. 400 plus 90 plus 3. That makes, that makes 493. That makes 493. So that's how it would look to do one of these. We're going to do one more, and then I'm going to send you off to Seesaw to try it on your own. So here's our last problem before we start Seesaw. And if you really wanted, you could even take a screenshot of this and then go to Photos and mark it up yourself. But I'm not going to make you do that. I'm also not going to make you write it out on your whiteboards because that would probably take a lot more time, and I want you to be able to get to Seesaw quickly today. So here we go. 624 in expanded form. I'm going to use my different colors again. So the 6 comes all the way down here. The 2 and the 4, right? So we have the 4 is in the ones place. You don't have to write this, but I just like to make sure I remember the 10. The 2 is in the tens place, and the 6 is in the hundreds place. So I'm going to fill in the numbers to the right of each of these with zeros so I can see it. 6 is in the hundreds place, it's worth 600. 2 is in the tens place, it's worth 20, 2 tens. 4 is in the ones place, so it's all there by itself. So let's take these and put them out. And here's a little secret. It doesn't matter what order you do these in. It's all going to add up no matter what. So I could, if I really wanted to, I could put 24, 600. That's still expanded form. That's still going to give me 624, right? But usually when we write an expanded form, we put things in the order that we found them. So we're going to keep it big, medium, and little. All right, so this is what a final answer will look like on your Seesaw assignment today. You'll have a couple of these to do to show me what you learned. Let's see how well you do. Remember, today's learning target is I can write numbers in expanded form.